What's the problem?
I'm waiting on you so we can do this while we wait on you, dude. Let your dad.
These are three of the most heartbreaking gaming tributes to players that have passed away. Firstly, we have the Valorant Finest player title. This player title is to commemorate LAN's finest Asiha, or more famously known for this iconic Valorant moment.
Revive me, Jet, revive me. Jet, revive me.
Tragically though, in 2022, he passed away at only 21 years old. At number 2, we have TF2 soldier statues. These statues are to immortalize one of gaming's greatest voices, Rick May. Sadly, on April 8, 2020, Rick passed away due to COVID complications. And to commemorate the GOAT, Valve placed 29 soldier statues all around the game, with the inscription saying, "That was a hell of a campaign, son." And at number 3, we have Woo Hongyu's astronaut suit in Overwatch. Hongyu was just your average 20-year-old gamer that was looking forward to the release of Overwatch. And in 2016, in an attempt to save his friend's motorcycle from being stolen, he got into an accident that caused him to lose his life. And to honor his bravery, when Overwatch came out, they named this astronaut suit after him and put the phrase "Heroes Never Die" above it. These are three of the most heartbreaking.
I mean it, but it's okay.
I have a bully at school. Did you tell the teacher? My bully is my teacher.
I have a new student for your class.
Well, I can't see what harm one kid could do.
I can't do this part.
I have a bully at school.
Not less cool. Yeah.
Lizard. Who wants to be famous? Look at all those skeletons. Mexicans sure love Halloween. What the?
I want to start out.
I'm trapped in a ravine. Only one thing to do. Wait patiently for death.
Dad, wake up!
Wake up, what?
Yeah, get up, fat ass.
Who the hell are you talking, cactuses?
We're the kids you're never gonna have if you don't get your lazy butt out of that hole. And technically, it's cacti. Ow!
Why can I climb out of here and have you? Marge spends all her time taking care of that needy clown. I thought I was her passion project.
You know, someday you might appreciate a wife who's developed empathy and patience for chubby, selfish men.
Look at that bald guy! He's so bald! Lizard. What?
Where are we? Somewhere my father can't see us. Let's hear it. I guess it starts with my mom. She was young, rebellious, and gullible. Of course she wound up in a cult. They decided to do the classic Bride of Satan rite. I doubt anyone expected it to work, but the ancient ceremony turned out to be the real thing. So Mom, with her great powers of judgment, didn't hesitate to hook up with the guy who emerged from the smoke.
Your mom did it with Satan?
His name is Trigon, but basically yes.
But they totally did it.
Garfield.
Alright, here's the base. Satan. Trigon's basically DC Comics Satan, but Lucifer is still in the DC Comics universe as Lucifer Morningstar, and he's disguised as a human, and he left Hell. Because, well, according to him, it wasn't fun down there no more and got too much crowded.
I'm going to learn nerdy stuff with my spine pin.
Trigon? Is that what you're looking up? But anyways, like I said, yeah. So, he's like Satan, basically, but not really.
Yes, that's what we're going to look up. That's what we had to find pin.
We have, like I said, the devil in DC Comics universe is disguised as a human named Lucifer Morningstar, which also had a Netflix TV show. So, but anyway, that doesn't matter.
Is it the same Lucifer that's on the Fox show, Lucifer?
It was the one that we found on Netflix, you know?
Because the original show, Lucifer, he goes by the name Lucifer for Morningstar, too, if you think about it.
The one with the guy working with the cop and stuff.
It's not from Netflix originally. It was from Fox. It used to be on regular TV.
Yeah, it was on, but we found on Netflix a long time later. Yeah, that's the one.
Well, I don't remember it from Netflix. I remember it from regular TV, from when we used to live with Greenie.
Yeah, that's the one.
The first time.
That is the TV version. In the comics, he's way much more cooler. He's also friend with the DC Comics version of Sandman. of the Dream from the Sandman universe and stuff like that. He's related.
Go on. Mom thought the cult when she gets saved by these people from
A lot
another
of weird
dimension.
shit.
The people of Azura. Needless to say, I did not fit in. I thought if I found out more about the monster who made me, I'd be able to make sense of myself. He took me to his hellish universe. I could hardly bear the horrors I saw there.
Why did Trigon want you?
He wanted Earth. He's a conqueror of worlds, but he needs a powerful conduit to open Earth to his control.
And you're half human, his way in.
Why didn't you go back to Azeroth?
This is Azura.
Where are we?
Somewhere my father.
Let's go on.
Oh,
No.
Mom gets at least 30%.
Bruh?
Okay.
No. We're gonna split
Her
this
cheater
equally.
started on my phone.
That's fine.
Okay.
And
Like-
he ran off my email.
30. So she gets 30 of hers. You get 30 of hers, and I get the rest. That's fine.
No. You get for
No, you get 25. I get my 30, and he only gets 50. That means.
Okay.
Why did you close the curtains on the air conditioner?
I didn't do that.
Well, someone did.
Henry probably. did.
Henry, it's probably cold, and he turned it, probably did it.
I bet that would be Henry.
But no, we weren't talking about Chris. I was already done talking about Christopher. I get 25, he gets 75, and it's done. We're talking about yours, boo.
You know you're gonna have to watch your
We're
head.
talking
here.
about yours.
Yeah.
Why?
Because mowing, you're gonna hit your head just like your dad's gonna hit his.
On what?
On our ears if you don't pay attention.
But
With mowing?
Right now it's air, right? But it's gonna be airs.
I'm fine with what she said. You 25, and I get 50 with mine because that
okay.
makes sense.
And then with hers,
Since you're the
she gets-
least on the
I
channel,
get all
she gets
mine.
30.
no, she gets 50.
No,
I get 30,
100.
and you get 25.
You get nothing because you're not doing your manager duties.
I'm in the video still, so I'm
I
getting
had to put my shit
something.
on
Well,
playlist.
y'all out of luck, because if I don't get what I want, y'all ain't having shit.
Well, anyways, Mom, like I said, I'm the one who's in the videos with you.
Because who's paying the electric so you can power all this shit? Who's
Mama.
paying whatever else?
Yo, Mama.
They'd be on camera more too if you want some of his money.
You know, the only one I wonder your shit ain't getting powered is gonna be dead.
He's
dead.
in the background. He hears voice sometimes, so it counts still. Okay?
It counts because he gets commentary.
Yeah.
It counts because I paid the goddamn electric.
Also,
bill.
it's not
I'm going
a
to
hippie
anyway.
witch.
That's gonna be powering all this.
It's a hippie witch, not just a hippie witch.
There ain't no just no A. It's A and A. Where do you
Now, are
think
we
the
doing
hippie
this?
comes from?
Hang on.
Ain't you?
You now.
You're the witch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And he's a
It'd,
hippie.
Be spelled differently. And a the in front of it.
No. It don't.
Take out the W, put in a B.
You know what I was talking about. You
Yeah.
have to say
You
it.
both want smack, don't you?
He started it.
Well, hold on. How would that sound? A and A, hippie, the bitch. No.
Just take out a. Just take out the.
A and A, hippie, bitch.
They wouldn't let you use bitch anyways.
Spell it. W-I-C-T-H. Or whatever the fuck how you spell bitch, but
No, I'm
supposed to
not.
be with the W. Duh.
I'm trying to see if I have the fucking playlist or just this one
No, I
freaking
do.
video here. I think I just have this one video. Okay.
So yeah, you're learning yet. You're gonna get 50%.
You do realize you spell
sure.
with a W, you get witch.
You get ditch.
Not with my W.
And you spell with a D. Hippie ditch.
Yeah, we'll put it with a D.
It's a backwards B.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and learn a lot about them too. I'm James H. Denise, and today we're once again looking at the original Friday the 13th, released in 1980. When I launched Dead Meat in 2017, I chose to begin the kill count with the Friday the 13th franchise. On April 7th, I released the very first episode of this show, where I looked at a low-budget slasher that would change the horror genre forever. Since then, I've made nearly 300 episodes of the kill count, and in that time, the show has evolved dramatically. It is now a much more informative and celebratory production, free of the cynicism and speed-talking that were signatures of my earliest episodes. It made sense for me to start the channel with Friday the 13th, and because I did, I was lucky enough to see Dead Meat grow real big real fast. Now I want to go back and give this historic franchise its proper due. My original episodes were cursory, and while charming, somewhat shallow. It's time to give Friday the 13th the 5-star kill count treatment. That's because no other franchise has shaped the horror genre quite like Friday has. When people think of horror movies, they think of Friday the 13th. Maybe not by name, but they're probably picturing a hulking killer in a hockey mask slaughtering scantily clad teenagers. There was a Friday the 13th movie released in 8 of the 10 years of the 80s, right as the horror genre was becoming better known in mainstream pop culture. The tropes of the franchise became the tropes of the genre. Its weaknesses became the criticisms of horror as a whole. To date, 12 Friday the 13th movies have been released, all of them theatrically, and most of them successful at the box office. For better or worse, this franchise is the genre standard bearer, and holding the flag high is the ghoulish goalie, Jason Voorhees. Jason is so infamous, he often just goes by his first name.
I want that, now I don't want that.
Pop culture, even if they've never seen a horror film before. Sure, they might have some inaccurate assumptions about him. Most commonly, he's erroneously depicted with a chainsaw instead of his trademark machete. I'm guessing that comes from some sort of mental merging with Leatherface, seeing as how Jason has only ever been
He will.
hacked by a chainsaw before. He's never wielded one himself. Despite the occasional misconception, though,
Jason with a
is still
chainsaw,
probably
that should
the
be in a
best-known
movie.
horror movie killer. And yet, he's not the killer in the film that started his franchise. This fun fact was widely disseminated thanks to Scream, but it's still interesting to reflect on how horror's most infamous murderer didn't show up looking like himself until the 3rd movie in the series. The original film is a bit of a whodunit and reveals its killer after 70 minutes of first-person shots that it lifted from Halloween, and which was done in Black Christmas even before that, but no one ever seems to give that movie the credit it deserves. In any case, it was Halloween that producer Sean S. Cunningham asked writer Victor Miller to imitate, and I don't mean just a little bit.
Sean called me up and said, Halloween is making incredible money at the box office, let's rip it off. That is keeping it real.
After producing Wes Craven's Last House on the Left in 1972, Cunningham found himself making unsuccessful kids' films with Miller and producer Steve Miner. He figured horror was the best way to make something profitable, and set out to do it with nothing more than a title, Friday the 13th.
I didn't know what the movie was going to be, but the idea of the title intrigued me.
Motherfucker put an ad in Variety calling it the most terrifying film ever made, even though he didn't have a script or story yet. And the damnedest thing is, that worked. A trio of shady theater owners from Boston were so impressed by the ad, they gave Cunningham $500,000 to make his movie. As with their Little League Kids films, Cunningham directed and produced Friday, while Miller wrote the screenplay. A legal battle of rights between these two is the reason the franchise hasn't had a new film in a dozen years, even while other series see resurrections and revivals. I can't get into the weeds of that lawsuit here, but it is why the video game stopped being updated. Damn shame, that game was great. Unlike this movie. I might get some shit for this, but as important as this movie is to the genre and me personally, I think it's pretty bad. And I'm not alone. Betsy Palmer knew what was up.
He sent me the script, I read it, and I said, what a piece of shit.
Oh my god, she said that sitting right next to Vic Miller. Though Palmer later came around to the film, her initial assessment was right. Friday the 13th is a plodding bore that doesn't do anything better than slashers made before or since. In fact, I think it makes the subgenre look bad. There's a litany of other slashers that are better made or more entertaining, or both. In this first Friday film, scenes drag on forever, with all the urgency of an Italian neo-realist film. That's the genre so slow that its most famous movie is 90 minutes of a dude looking for his dog. I honestly think the only reasons this movie got famous is because of its great marketing and because it did a good job combining parts taken from other horror films. Because Halloween wasn't the only one that Friday ripped off.
Sean was very insistent that we borrow from Hitchcock.
Regardless, a lot of people fucking love this franchise, and I can respect that. It's kind of a populist series. These movies are dependable, almost blue-collar in a way. You know what you're gonna get with them every single time. Plus, there are some things, even in this first one, that are genuinely
young to
great,
know
the
that
name,
reference.
which does kick ass, the music by Harry Manfredini, the
It was
late
a
injection
movie.
of energy, courtesy of Ms. Betsy Palmer, and of course,
Grumpy Old
the thing
Man
this
was a
channel
movie
was
about
built
two
upon,
old
and the
guys.
one place where Friday blows Halloween away, the kills and makeup effects, infamously done by Tom Savini. How many were there? Well, I've told you once
There's
before,
your
but
dad
it's
dying.
always good to go back and double check your work.
Since you said a
Let's get
stoner
to the
guy didn't
kills.
kill your dad.
Yeah, you're the one fucking him.
The movie begins at
Yeah, I
Camp
know,
Crystal
I get
Lake
the
in
accent.
1958. This cold open that takes place in the past was another thing Miller took directly from
You're the
Halloween.
guy
As a
that
shaky
plays strip
point of view
poker.
shot
That
checks
ends
in
up-
on their checker
Oh, yeah,
playing
with the
young
arrows.
targets,
Arrows
camp
near the
counselors,
door.
strung guitars, and sing Bible tunes by the fire.
And Henry.
Claudette and
Henry
Barry
and
both
Jason.
get horny for Jesus, so they clasp each other's
Henry
Christ-loving
was good,
hands and
Jason.
sneak away for some barn-attic fool-around. Things are getting real sexy on that potato sack when the first-person intruder
Granny
happens upon them.
was.
We weren't doing anything. We were just
Getting killed, an off-screen stab leaves a bloody wound in Barry's gut and gives us the first ever kill of the Friday the 13th franchise. Claudette, despite being a boxer, or box thrower, also meets her end when the camera comes at her face in choppy slow-mo and kills her with a freeze frame. After the screen flashes to white, we get a title card! Oh, damn it, broke the beer. The opening credits are painfully
And Uncle
plain, just
David
white
was
Helvetica-looking font against
Ralph.
the black background.
Crazy
It's
Ralph.
shocking they'd stick to the style as long as they did, but I guess it allows you to enjoy Harry Manfredini's score.
Wait a minute. Wouldn't that make you mission
Although it's
40s?
pretty similar to
As
Bernard
well?
Herrman's Psycho
That's
score,
what you
I
tell
maintain
me.
that
You
Manfredini's
also
music and
both-
sound design
you're
was
two
essential to
people in
Friday
this.
the 13th's success. It's now present day, which for this movie means
But they never make
1979.
dad
Annie Phillips
abusive
is trying to
and
get
we're
to
going,
Camp Crystal
in
Lake,
this
but everyone in
universe,
town
we're
gives
going
her dirty
business with the
looks for
comics.
bringing the place up.
Hey, Jason's dad don't like him. And he's very
Hell yeah, they are, lady. Which has
And,
got the town's eccentric crazy Ralph wilding out.
Never come back again.
Oh, shut up, Ralph.
Nah, you don't need to shut up, Ralph. Say whatever you want, my bucket hat wearing friend.
It's got a death curse.
Yeah, death curses and shit. That's better than the type of shit Enos the truck driver be saying.
All the girls up there gonna look as good as you?
Oh, man. And watch the hands, Enos. Come on. If Enos's voice sounds familiar, by the way, might be because actor Rex Everhart voiced freaking Maurice in Beauty and the Beast.
A horrible, monstrous beast.
So I guess this town's got two crazy old men in it.
Crazy old Maurice.
Enos reluctantly drives Andy towards the
I don't
camp,
know,
telling her
but
all about
I
its
wish I
past
knew
troubles,
that
which
old
seem to
guy
stem from one
that
tragic
after
accident.
Uncle was
Boy
freaking
drowning in
crazy old
57.
Maurice
Since
for
then, there have
Beauty
been
and the
fires and
Beast.
water poisoning.
The guy
But
from
Andy
Grumpy
swears
Old
she'll
Man?
be okay, so
Yeah,
he drops
he
her
was
off and pushes
crazy
her
old
well.
Maurice
Later,
from
Andy's
Beauty and
picked
the
up by an
Beast.
unseen driver who speeds past the camp's turnoff and brings in the Manfredinis.
Hey, wasn't that the road up for Camp Crystal Lake back there?
No, that was also green she was.
With the
remember?
killer on scene
Yeah,
for
I'm
most of
not
the
talking
film,
about
Manfredini used the
her,
music
the
as a
one talking
stand-in and
musical
signifier.
instruments.
When you heard it, you knew the killer
Like
was
when-
there. It
then
was
it-
inspired by a similar use of the shark theme in Jaws. To escape that music to murder by, Andy tucks and rolls
The
in a
one
stunt
speaking the
actually
musical
performed by her
instruments.
actor Robbie Morgan. Andy takes off into the woods
Rainy
and is
Duncan
pursued
Road,
by the
Rainy in
vehicle
the Woods.
driver, who eventually catches up to her and slits her
Rainy,
throat
he
against a
killed her.
tree. Those cold open kills were deceptively
Amy killed her.
tame. Now we're getting the full Savini.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
some
forgot
nice
it's her.
Savini
It's
used a
his
mold
mom
of
in
Robbie
this one.
Morgan's neck to make a rubber prosthetic she wore over a blood tube that ran up her
Do you think
sleeve.
they'll come
Love
into
the
the
way the
second
prosthetic
movie?
slits open when Robbie
As the
Morgan
main
moves her
killer.
jaw. Tom Savini was 26 years old when Cunningham sought him out based on his
Mm-mm.
work in Dawn of the Dead.
He's
He was one of
probably the
first
only
people
killer
hired and was
that's in a
essential to
movie.
bringing Friday to
Oh
life.
no,
I
wait
think his
here. Michael
contributions
Myers
are right up
was
there
also
with Sean
in
Cunningham,
all
producer
of
Steve
the Halloween
Miner, and Vic
films.
Miller. Looks like
Three
Andy won't
ladies
be
and
able to
him.
cook
Even
from Camp
Halloween
Crystal Lake's
3 and the
reopening,
Wish
which is
for
headed
a
by this dude
commercial.
who's gonna hurt his back chopping wood that way. This mustachioed man is Steve Christie, and he's hired a
That's
bunch of
also
teens to be his
dad.
counselors. Some of whom
Never
arrive
said
backed by
dad.
a peculiar music choice that seems completely out of place in the
You won't see
series.
that. You won't say with this universe that dad would not be
Seriously,
doing
where did that
that.
bluegrass come from? And more importantly, where does it go?
It
Steve Christie's favorite employee is Alice Hardy, played by Adrienne King. She's a capable, handy woman and
There's another
artist, which
you,
puts her
bro.
special
No,
attention
but your dad did have a white
Jorts.
beater.
Yeah, I'm not a body language expert or nothing, but something tells me she's not a fan of that face caressing. Steve heads into town, leaving his
Oh,
merry
never
band of
mind.
counselors
He also
behind.
put on
Since
a
there are
very
future meatbags
fat
for the
chicken
skill
type
town, let's meet him, and
so-
don't worry, it won't
I don't
take
think
long.
that's dead.
Not that deep. They were meant to be down-to-earth kids
No,
next
definitely
door
search
types,
more
which is
you
why
have
casting
online.
directors Julie Hughes and
Hey,
Barry
it's not
Moss hired New York stage
And you're still the main
actors, as opposed
character
to more
in the
screen-seasoned
series,
actors from LA. Brenda's the responsible one, making her a target of the camp goofster Ned, whose pranks
There's
range
you.
from the dangerous to the deceptive to
Ned.
the Dan Snyder-esque. The super sexy
Yeah,
corny
Ned
couple was Jack
and
and
the guy
Marcy.
playing
Jack, of course,
Monopoly.
played by
Ned-
Kevin Bacon. By this point, Bacon had had a part in
cool.
Animal House, but he had gone back to waiting
Pretty
tables in
sure.
New York before he was cast in Friday. He'd later go on to huge fame after
Before
starring
that
in
scene.
Footloose, but unfortunately, I've never seen him in any Friday the 13th special features. What, you too good
Leave
for
it
horror,
alone.
Kevin? There's also Bill, who's kind of another love interest for Alice, but he's pretty much a nothing guy. Most interesting thing about him is that he's played by Bing Crosby's son, Harry, and then it's really him playing guitar in a later scene. That's a tasty lick, brah. Most of Act 1 is these kids doing random shit around the camp. Friday was filmed over 7 weeks in the fall of 1979 at an actual Boy Scout camp
And it was
called Novi
actually
Hospital
Friday
in
the
Blairstown,
13th.
New Jersey. I actually own a piece of the doc used in this movie, since Chelsea got it for me after I started Dead Meat. Thanks, hon. Unlike in my original video, I'm not going to show the footage of when they killed the real-life snake. I only mention it because it's a well-known oddity of the film, and because the story behind it pisses me off, so I've got to rant for a minute. Turns out that snake wasn't just a random one they found and killed. It was a snake performer and pet owned by a guy who didn't know they were going to kill it. Safini asked to borrow it, and they hacked it up without warning. What the fuck is that about, man? That's fucked up, Tom. The counselor's last pre-summertime experience is a
Borrow
pop-up
it.
pantry visit from Crazy Ralph.
Better buy
Travels on
it.
about how doomed they are before piecing out the front door and speed walking away.
Too bad that someone got hit in the face
You know what? I
the
changed
day
my
after
mind. Shut
that
up, Ralph.
shooting.
As the sun begins to set,
Well,
in
them
an
expecting
unusually
that with the
beautiful
guy
shower
expecting to get his
all of
snake
Jack
back.
and Marcy's
Yeah.
lakeside grab
Or
ass
the
causes
lady,
Ned to grow
whoever.
jealous and sad. He sees an unknown person
I'm
walk
like,
into a cabin, and after following them
don't
inside,
you fuck
he's never
me.
seen alive again. Guess he's gonna miss the incoming thunderstorm, which is just film lights being flashed on and off, and some strangely sincere acting from Kevin Bacon.
Hang on.
It's gonna storm.
Imagine, this is how it went down, okay? Look.
It's gonna storm.
Not like that, but it went like this. Hey, man, can I borrow your snake? Uh-huh. Yeah, man, you can borrow my snake. Next day later. Man, may I get my snake back? Oh, yeah, we killed it. You motherfucker! Bitch!
You can tear down that valley like a sun.
Excuse me, sir. What kind of movie do you think you're in right now? The
We're in a
storm
Friday
moves
the
over lake
13th
more
movie.
shots that
That's
I
what.
legitimately enjoy as we
Without
begin this
Jason
long
as the
night
main
at Camp
killer.
Blood, which was Victor Miller's original title for his script.
Ain't
Jack
the
and
first
Marcy
time,
take
though.
refuge inside a
Well, I
cabin,
mean,
which is
it
the
is, but it
perfect
won't be
place
the
to
last.
flash the butt crack and get to business. Yeah, it's
Oh,
horny
look, the
o'clock
Jason
here on
mask
Crystal
covers up
Lake,
the
because the
naked
other
ass.
counselors are starting up a
Yay.
game of strip Monopoly. Not joining the others for this camp-wide horny o'clock meeting? Ned, who's dead, baby. We see him with his throat slit in the top bunk above Jack and Marcy. So, you know that trope about how sex gets you killed in a horror movie? That thing was hammered home in the Friday the 13th franchise, which is why after
Well,
Marcy
sex
leaves to
below
wash
dead
up,
you
we get a
mean, yeah.
classic post-coital
Nice.
kill.
Without
Jack
knowing
lights up a
it.
J that
And
feels
yet
some
that
blood
dude's
dripping from above. A nice
one of the
distraction
characters
before
that
a hand
represents
grabs him
me.
from beneath
Your
the
dad's
bed.
dying
Jack
now.
is killed with
By
an arrow
you,
that
even though
pierces
you
through his
just
neck
wa-
from below.
Yeah.
It's probably the film's most
Because I'm
infamous
two
kill, and
characters.
is excellent.
I gotta
even if
make
these
love to the
super
man, and
high-res
then I gotta kill him.
reveal these slightly off-color
This would be a
prosthetic
very
attached to Kevin
confusing
Bacon's
movie,
head.
and your
The rest of
portrayal
Bacon's
of it.
body was
I know.
underneath the bed,
I
along with
know.
Tom Savini and his
I know.
assistant/friend Tasso Stavrakis, previously seen on the kill count.
And
in
I got
Day
another
and Dawn of the
question.
Dead, films where he
In your
also
version,
helps
how do I
Savini
kill
make up
myself?
the stunts. While filming this kill, the
Oh,
blood tubes
how do I
get
hit
worse,
myself
so
and then I
Stavrakis
was
grabbed
in
the hose and
Two
blew into it.
different characters. You just play them both. Okay? Okay.
To save the shot.
Good,
It
good.
caused the big
Done,
spurt
done.
that makes Bacon visibly react.
But wouldn't they
Helps
both have to
cement
be
this
on
kill
stage at the
as
same time to do that
Jack's lover
scene?
Marcy is the next one to
No,
go.
that's
after
where
some
you add in
quality
camera.
underpants time
No,
premiere. She
that's
turns
where
around and
you
sees her
get-
attacker.
That's where you dress up as Jason's mom to
No.
begin with,
No.
and shoot that scene, and then you put, and
No.
then you change costumes to put the axe in your own head to shoot that scene.
Okay, here's what the thing. They film it to where she turns around after she like this, finish of the axe, hitting the light in the room, not showing it go into her head. Then they make a prosthetic thing for the like a fake head for the axe to go
I
in
know
there.
what they're talking about. I know how they do it.
So You just do it the way they actually does it in here. To where it won't have the shell going into the person's head. You just
Raises an axe in the air and brings it down right into her face. It might not be as infamous as the arrow through the neck, but I love it all the same. For this kill, Savini used one of his favorite tricks of the subconscious. Show the audience that the murder weapon is real before doing the kill with
know
a fake
how
prop.
it's appropriate for in this version of mine for a script monopoly
power
scene.
and weight and strength of the real axe.
That's why we see the axe bang against the light and make a noise. It makes us feel an impact we never see, and disguises the rubber axe affixed to the actor's head with mortician's wax. Before our virginal final girl Alice finish unbuttoning her blouse, the storm kicks in and cancels Strip Monopoly. Damn, what are you, Storm? The horny police? Brenda goes back to her own cabin. She puts on her finest Geppetto nightgown and settles in for a good read. Nothing to distract her from this literature. Except the voice of a crying little boy.
I mean that's your Granny nightgown, not your Granny.
Winds up at the archery ring. The floodlights come on, blinding her, and she's killed off screen by some arrows.
Granny right there.
Counting her now
Hearing the
because
slate
fear
little
of help me.
In the
Bill and
rain.
Alice start finding clues that things might not be cool at Crystal Lake. There is one great shot that I think is worth pointing out here. After Alice.
No, you don't bury the hatchet and you don't put the hatchet to bed and bury the issue. You put the issue to bed and bury the hatchet. Not dumb fucks.
Breaks the window to the office to call the police. The camera tracks over to look at them through the window, then continues
what you
tracking
gonna
over
say?
to show that the phone line
Hello,
has been cut.
police.
I found that unusually artistic.
Did someone
But the
murdering
vehicle similar to
my
sabotage.
friend?
Alice and Bill
I
are
don't know
stranded
who,
here
but I
until
had to
Steve
break
Christie
into
gets
this
back.
area
That fucking guy.
just to
He's
get
been
to the
hanging out in a
phone.
diner as his teenage counselors
I
get
wish he stayed at
slaughtered.
the
He gets back
diner.
to camp only to be blinded by a light, and it ain't Manfred Mann. It's someone he recognizes.
Oh, hi. What you doing on this mess?
Oh, you know, chillin', killin'. Steve Christie's killed with an off-screen
I'm
gun cuts away
chilling.
faster than
I'm
a flying
having
machete. The POV killer turns
some
off the
fish
camp's
fillet
lights
for
the power of a
dinner.
fade to black. Bill leaves Alice to a couch nap as he goes to look at the generator, but when she wakes up sometime later, he still hasn't returned. Unbelievably, the movie still drags its feet this far in. We sit there and watch Alice make a pot of coffee, for God's sake. Come on, movie, this isn't suspenseful, it's boring. Can we please liven things up around here?
Yay!
Thank you. Alice
My
finds Bill's
version
body
of the
hung on the
movie.
door with a bunch of arrows, stuck there like a
Also,
bad-shirted
fun
pigeon.
fact.
With Alice's scream.
That could have been worse with him screaming in pain and agony, since the paint that they used for the blood, the stuff they used for the blood got into his eye, and it was really burning. So yeah.
Demons of Manfredini, our first Friday Final Girl circuit begins. Kinda.
Yeah,
Alice
Mama
suffers
gets
from a
mauled.
boring false start as we sit there and watch her blockade a door with a single 2-minute long shot. It could have been cool if it didn't cut away before Brenda's body flew in through the window. I already counted her earlier, but now we see that she's all roped up, and also that she looked
And she has
suspiciously
no arrows.
Savini-esque when she came in through that window. Alice's race is put on hold when she sees
I
a
wonder
car
what
pull
hap-
up. It's time for
Okay.
this movie to get an injection.
I want a Canon short film that show what the fuck happened to her on an archery range. Since your face should be shot up with arrows, but no, she gets thrown through the window with rope tied around her. I wonder what the fuck happened now.
Production of character.
Well,
It's me, the killer, but you don't find that out till a little bit later after this moment.
Make this movie interesting. You can already tell something's off with Mrs. V from her very first conversation, but she keeps up a facade of normality just long enough to fool Alice and give Palmer some kick-ass acting to do.
Steve should never have opened this place again. There's been too much trouble here.
Prior to Friday, Betsy Palmer was best known as a panelist on old game shows like I've Got a Secret. She was
I'm pretty sure I watched a couple episodes of that before. Anyways, fun fact. Since she was barely in any of part 2, as the hallucination at the end, she doesn't remember being in part 2 at all.
eager to.
Oh, and also in Freddy vs. Jason, when they approached her to ask to be the pretend Mrs. Voorhees, she said fuck that, but she was done with the shit already.
do a horror film, but her agent called her the same week her car broke down. The role paid $10,000, the same price as a Volkswagen Scirocco she wanted.
I need the car. Send me the script.
Palmer showed up the last 10 days of the shoot, and by all accounts was a lovely and considerate professional. Though she initially thought very little of the film, she came to appreciate.
Oh, also, in the scene where Mrs. Voorhees supposed to slap the main character, I forget her name, it was like Alex or something like that. She, in real life, actually slapped the bitch. Real slap her, not fake.
That's because of that I do.
It does,
now let's get back to the
it's like,
video.
I mean, she didn't know that, you were supposed to fake slap her, and not actually really slap her.
Did you know that a young boy
I know that because of the Friday, because Prime, and used to have it for free on Prime Video, on Amazon Prime Video of the documentary thing for this. It used to be free, now it's
Thus, the fire and water
What, you're going to do something you didn't know?
Although all of that is cool in retrospect, it's an awful reveal for a movie meant to be a whodunit. The unmet mother of the unmet kid, who
Your dad's
one
not
time
gonna
mentioned to have drowned, is a pretty impossible thing for any viewer to have guessed. The only reason it works at all is
That's
because
why
of
I said
Betsy
you was talking
Palmer.
to
Mrs.
yourself.
Voorhees starts having herself little hallucinations, where she hears her son yelling
It's
for help.
Henry.
She promises that she will help by killing negligent counselors like the ones that let him drown.
Look what you did to him!
Alrighty, yeah, let's get this circus started for real. We've got some back and forth attacks, a dead body
Don't
discovery,
listen
or
to him,
two,
people.
haha, Christine, and,
Maybe you
you
can
know,
hear
the
him.
whole screaming and running around thing. Mrs. Voorhees does her part to make the race special, bringing out the crazy eyes and talking in a creepy little boy voice.
Kill her, Mommy. Kill her.
Yeah, that's not my shoe. Henry dies, she starts to listen to name, but he's in her head talking to her,
Gotta
and
say,
she's
Betsy,
making a
whatever
little
you're
boy
paying your
voice.
dentist,
He would be my head talking to
She
me.
catches up to Alice for a few rounds of catch, then a game of horror slap around, which saw Palmer actually hitting Adrian King for real.
Oh, when we hit somebody on stage, we
I
hit
want to know,
Elf
is this
King didn't
actually
pay
a
her a
real
receipt and
conversation
actually
that she
uppercut
had
her
with her
cooter with that
son?
gun butt there. The chase goes on to include a casual machete swipe and a Flynn Rider strike that makes Mrs. Voorhees bleed from her head.
Hang on.
Good work, Alice. The long fight between
They're almost over with this. I'm ordering shit. With the supposed Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake prequel TV show that's supposed to be coming out, I don't know where or when. What the hell are they going? And they're gonna have the good old Pamela was always like this before Jason died, or like some random or like other stuff happens at Camp Crystal Lake before Jason died. Yeah, Jason is supposed to be alive in this show. And it's supposed to be a show about him as a child with his mother. So, what the fuck, how the fuck are they gonna do that shit? Anyway, back to
Alice and
this.
Mrs. Voorhees, which continues after Alice retreats to the beach, was filmed over 2 nights with fight choreography done by Sabini and Stavrakis. Since production couldn't afford real stunt doubles, all this action was done by Palmer and King themselves. They really beat the shit out of each other there.
We all did everything ourselves. I mean, what you saw was what we did.
Good thing Pam didn't land that German suplex then. Alice escapes Mrs. Voorhees and grabs her machete off the ground. In a classic kill, she charges at Mrs.
And she actually killed the lady in real life,
her
that
head
means.
clean off, leaving some hairy
By what
hands
she
behind,
said.
grasping in
Yeah.
air. Those
And
hands
she had to
belong
get
to
the
the
woman's
bacon
head
blood
off.
blower, Tasso Stavrakis. He had the foam Mrs. Voorhees head attached to his shoulder with toothpicks so it would come off easily when it was hit with that real machete. Alice walks away the victor and is floating in a canoe the next morning as the cops arrive, promising safety at last.
There you
It's a
go,
lengthy
they explained
sequence
out
I
why she didn't
enjoy,
kill the
thanks to
woman for real.
Manfredini's score, which opens up to be lush and melodic for the first time in the film.
Yeah, I guess you.
Yeah, floating on the canoe.
They come when they
It does a
take you
good
to the
job
scene
keeping you nice and
asylum.
relaxed,
That's
as
the time
does
to
the
what
peaceful
happened.
lake walk.
Yeah, I know.
If a Henry comes out, they wanted to kill you. Oh, what are they?
I said by the time I upload again, the zoo's gonna become the main part of my fucking.
When it was hit with that real machete,
accidentally
Alice
went
walks
a
away
little
the
bit way
victor
too
and
far
is
back.
floating in a canoe the next morning
Not
as
way
the
too
cops
far, but
arrive,
you know, a little
promising
bit.
safety at last. It's a lengthy sequence
There
I
we go.
enjoy, thanks to Manfredini's score,
It is
which
you
opens
again.
up to be lush and
Just welcome.
melodic for the first time in the film.
In my head canon, who in the family is who in the movie.
it does a good job getting you nice and relaxed, as does the peaceful lake water. And that's when Swampy Boy Jason appears in the so-called chair jumper ending. Another thing lifted from another horror movie, as Cunningham and Miller were ripping off the jump scare ending from Carrie. This first ever depiction of Jason Voorhees was performed by Ari Lehman, a kid actor suggested by producer Steve Miner, since he knew him from Manny's Orphans, one of those kid movies he made with Cunningham and Miller. Originally, Cunningham was going to have his own son Noel do it, but his wife ixnayed that Ann played for him to be Ace and Jay.
Were it not for her, I would have been Jason. I would have been the first Jason, and I'm not bitter.
And so it was Ari Lehman who had to submerge himself without a wetsuit in New Jersey November lake water. But he loved doing it and excitedly discusses it to this day. Lively guy, fun to talk to. The movie ends with Alice waking up in the hospital.
I see, I
That
told you
Jason
you're
jump
gonna go through
scare
that
was
thing.
nothing but a dream.
Yeah, I know.
Alice doesn't think so, though.
We didn't find any boy.
And he's still there.
Or is he? No, wait, he definitely is. We've got 10
Yeah,
more
I get
movies
your
ahead to
point. Who
prove
cares?
it. How many people can a mother's love kill? Well, before I tell you, did you know that there was once a young kitty named Lucy who didn't get pets one day?
See, I told you I
the
get
poor
picked on by
movie characters
everyone.
around her were too busy being killed to pet her.
Oh,
What's that, Lucy? What about the numbers?
cute kitty.
Count them, James. Count them. I will, Lucy.
The only thing that ever makes video is the singings.
10 people died in Friday the 13th, but those were make-believe kills, unlike that poor snake. The victims consisted of 5 men and 5 women, a nice even split to kick off this franchise.
I wonder
With a
how much I
runtime of
had to pay for
95
that.
minutes in the unrated version that I used,
Yeah,
that left us with a
I
kill
did.
on average every 9.5 minutes.
You know.
I'll give the Golden Chainsaw for
Hey, Mom, come here. You're gonna miss the golden
Snake.
chainsaw.
That was a pet snake.
You're gonna miss it. I don't know if it's still.
almost killed to Jack. I
Oh, never
almost
mind.
gave it to Mrs. Voorhees, but that kill was done with a fake head. The fact that we watch Kevin Bacon's face as he dies is what gives this kill the edge. No machete for lamest kill will go to Steve Christie. I get
Oh, they
making the
changed
first 2 kills low-key to catch viewers off guard later, but by the time we get to body oil Steve's death, an off-screen stab doesn't cut it. And that's it.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th came out in
At least the God
1980.
Machete got changed from the last one. I mean, the last time we watched the original version, it was I want to say the one in the beginning kills.
It was. It was both of them.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the end of this part of the video.